Hey, this is Mowerman. You may have heard me as a guest on a few of the radio shows you enjoy. I own Tulsa Engine Warehouse, and I'm a proud sponsor of the GWOW Radio Network. Tulsa Engine Warehouse, also known as TEW Incorporated, was founded in 1997, starting from a small service shop in Arkansas, growing steadily over the last few years to now process hundreds of orders each day. TEW is a Primeline parts distributor servicing over 2,000 dealers nationwide. And with a large retail and landscaper customer base, we are able to acquire large volume discounts and pass the savings along to you, the customer. We offer quality parts at discounted prices on a variety of major lawn and garden lines such as Briggs & Stratton, Kohler, Tecumseh, Honda, Kawasaki, Murray, MTD, AYP, Husqvarna, Sears, and many others. With our automated warehouse and enterprise accounting systems, we are able to quickly and efficiently process your orders. We are centrally located in Oklahoma and have over 25 satellite warehouses across the United States to help ensure that the parts you need are available quickly. By supporting Tulsa Engine Warehouse, not only are you getting a great deal, you are supporting the GWOW Radio Network and its mission. So remember to visit www.brokenmower.com the next time you need repair parts.
Tired of this same old ride? Get ready for Diffusion of the Delusion Radio.
Aruba, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take ya. Bermuda, Bahama, come on, pretty mama. Key Largo, Montego, baby, why don't we go? Jamaica, off the Florida Keys. There's a place called Kokomo. That's where you wanna go to get away from it all. Bodies in the sand, tropical drink melting in your hand. We'll be falling in love to the rhythm of a steel drum band. Down in Kokomo, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama, Key Largo, Montego, baby, why don't we go to the Kokomo? And then we'll take it slow. That's where we wanna go. We gotta go. Martinique, that Montserrat mystique. Put out to
inviting me to speak to you tonight. I'm sorry I couldn't be there in person. State surveillance today is a euphemism for mass surveillance. The problem with this state surveillance is that it's no longer based on the traditional practice of target taps based on some individual suspicion of wrongdoing. You think this person's a spy, you think that person's a terrorist, you have some reason for watching them. Now, that traditional practice had natural limitations at the scale of which we could roll it out based on the burdensome implementations, the high cost of maintaining and rolling out the taps, the high risk of detection by targets if we used it too recklessly or too broadly. Now, these limitations ensured that intrusive surveillance would only be used as a last resort, as a true necessity when there were no other less intrusive means of getting the same information that we wanted. Today, we've lost those limitations as a result of advances in technology. State surveillance today is now cheap, it's undetectable, it's pervasive, and it's available at the click of a mouse. As a result, entire populations, rather than individuals, now live under constant surveillance. And this happens as a matter of convenience to the intelligence community, rather than as a result of true necessity in preventing harm. And I'd like to point out that this is not an allegation. These are facts that you don't have to take my word for. For example, the Washington Post confirmed that the NSA is now intercepting and recording every single phone call in entire countries. Now that's both metadata, the data about who it's from, the length of the call, information about associations, but also the voice content, the recording of what those people said on the call. And it's stored for a full month, even if these people are not suspected of any crime, any wrongdoing, or any problems at all. So we have to ask ourselves, is today's state surveillance, is mass surveillance, is the monitoring of the private lives, the hopes and dreams of every man, woman, and child in these countries a legitimate defense of our rights? And do we realize that these systems that we're building, this technology that we're developing, can be turned inwards at any time? And in fact, already has been, at least for the metadata portions, by people in the room, including Michael Hayden, former director of the NSA, who launched a program called Steller, a domestic surveillance program, an unconstitutional surveillance program, operating in the United States without any authorizing statute at all. So this is a part of what today's state surveillance looks like. But it's important to remember that it doesn't stop with phone calls. It covers your emails. It covers your text messages, your web history, every Google search you've ever made, and every plane ticket you've ever bought. The books you buy at Amazon.com the transactions are sent in plain text where it's unencrypted.